Prince Jasper pointed at Sonia. She's just a commoner, mother, she doesn't belong here. The queen's eyes flashed with anger. Sonia is my son's wife and a noble woman. You will not speak ill of her again. Prince Nelson added. But mother, Henry is impotent. He can't even produce a child. That is why his first wife cheated on him. The queen's face darkened with grief. How dare you say such a thing? Henry is capable of having children. You will not question him again. Prince Jasper's voice dripped with venom. We believe Sonia got pregnant by another man. Those children are not Henry's and he knows it. The queen's eyes filled with tears. Your father would be ashamed of you all fighting instead of uniting for the kingdom. Your father just passed away and you're already fighting over the throne. Prince Jasper stood tall. I am the rightful heir and I will take the throne. Henry is just a pretender. We will not be denied our rightful place. Henry's face darkened with anger. You will not take anything from me. I am the rightful heir and I will not let you take my throne. The chiefs entered the room, their faces very serious. My princes, their leader said, we have reviewed the ancient laws. Henry is the rightful heir to the throne. But Prince Jasper and Prince Nelson refused to accept the verdict, shouting and arguing. You all are just a bunch of old men out of touch with the times, Prince Jasper yelled. Henry is a pretender and he will never rule over us. The queen's eyes filled with tears as she watched her children argue. She knew this was not what her late husband would have wanted and she feared for the kingdom's future. Prince Jasper suggested, let us have a DNA test. It will prove those children are not Henry's. They are bastards, the chief replied. Prince Jasper can only be king if the children are not Henry's. If they are, Henry will be the king. The ancient laws are clear. Prince Jasper's face turned red with rage. I will never accept that. I will take the throne no matter what. After they returned home, Henry approached Sonia to apologize for the hurtful words his siblings had said. But instead of accepting his apology, she made a heartfelt request. I'm not angry, Henry, but please, for the sake of our love and our children, forget about the throne, Sonia said with concern. Or what? Do you mean are the kids not mine? Did you sleep with my girl to get pregnant? Sonia pushed him away, her face red with anger. How dare you, Henry? I was a prisoner here when I got pregnant. How could I sleep with someone else? You took my virginity yourself. What nonsense words, she exclaimed. Henry quickly apologized. I'm sorry, baby, I just wanted to see you angry. Forgive me. Sonia accepted his apology but repeated her plea. Leave the throne, Henry. I've lost too many people in my life. I don't want to lose you too. Henry hesitated, torn between his love for Sonia and his birthright. I love you and the kids, but the throne is my birthright. I won't leave it. Sonia stood up, her face determined. Then I'm leaving, she chased after her, begging her to stay. My baby, stop getting angry. I want you to be the queen, but Sonia was resolute. Not interested, Henry, your life is more important than that. Throne, do what you think is best for you. I love you. With that, she went to play with their children, leaving him to ponder his choices. Prince Jasper and Prince Nelson stood in front of Henry's house, their faces twisted with malice. Those kids can't be Henry's, Jasper muttered to himself. I gave him medicine long ago to make him impotent. He won't have children, and now the useless Sonia has given birth to 2 kids, 2 sons from another man. Nodded in agreement. Yes, it's impossible. We need to do a DNA test to prove those kids aren't his. They entered Henry's house, their eyes scanning the room for him. Henry, we need to talk, Jasper said, his voice dripping with deceit. Henry appeared, his eyes narrowing at their presence. What do you want? We want to do a DNA test for your sons, Jasper said, a smirk on his face. We need to know if they are really yours. Henry raised an eyebrow. And why should I agree to that? Because we have doubts about the paternity, Nelson nodded. Henry smiled. Very well, but I want the DNA test done for all of us, including your own kids, and I will choose the hospital. One that won't manipulate the results. Jasper and Nelson exchanged uneasy glances. They had already arranged for a doctor to manipulate the results if the kids were indeed Henry's. No, we have our own doctor in mind, Jasper said. Henry shook his head. I won't agree to that. If you're so sure the kids aren't mine, then let's do the test at a neutral hospital. Jasper and Nelson refused, and the argument ended with them storming out of Henry's house, their faces red with anger. We need to get rid of Henry, Jasper fumed as they walked away from the house. He and the chiefs won't let us have the throne. It's better to send him where our father is. Nelson nodded in agreement. Yes, let's get rid of him once and for all. We need to get rid of Henry once and for all, Jasper repeated, his voice low. He is the only one standing in our way to the throne. Nelson nodded again. Yes, and we have the perfect plan. We will make it look like an accident, and no one will suspect a thing. The shadowy figures nodded, their faces hidden in the darkness. We will take care of it, one of them said, but it won't be cheap. Jasper smiled, his eyes glinting with cruelty. Money is no problem. We will pay whatever it takes to get rid of Henry. As they finalized their plans, Henry was unaware of the danger lurking in the shadows. He was busy with Sonia and the children, enjoying a rare moment of peace at home. The next morning, Sonia had a terrible nightmare. She screamed and woke up, her heart racing. Henry quickly grabbed her and held her close. What is wrong, my love? He asked, his voice filled with concern. Sonia's eyes were wide with fear. I had a bad dream, she said, her voice trembling. You were in an accident and never came back. Henry laughed and stroked her hair. It's just a nightmare, my love. Don't worry, I'm right here with you. But Sonia's fear lingered. Please don't go today, Henry, she begged, her eyes swollen with tears. I have a bad feeling. Henry's expression turned stubborn. I have to go, Sonia. It's just a business meeting. I'll be back in 2 days. Sonia's tears spilled over, and she clung to Henry. Don't go, please, she whispered. Henry's face softened, and he kissed her forehead. I'll be fine, my love. I promise. But Sonia's intuition screamed a warning. She knew something was off, but Henry wouldn't listen. Don't you understand, Henry? Sonia pleaded. I'm scared. I don't want anything to happen to you.
Subscribe to my channel.